Hey guys, welcome to the after video. I'm starting to get into editing, as you've seen with my last slicing video. Uh, KindMaster, it's basically free, but I'm not sponsored by them, but I do love the fact that they allow me to edit the videos. Stitch them together, get them nice and together. I might have to pause the video. No, I might not. Anyway, Ma's just closing the door. Yeah, Ma's not feeling too good.
Well, it doesn't help the neighbors just smoke their shit again, so I'm gonna go lay down.
Alright. Anyway, so yeah, I'll be right back. I'm craving a good ciggy. So yeah, I will be back. If I can tap the button correctly. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. So, in this part of the video, I like to be myself. Not sure how well that's going to pan out if I'm going to become a YouTube personality. I mean, like, honestly, to be honest, I'm surprised that I'm still climbing in subs at the moment. Like, right now, I'm probably somewhere around 160, still in the 50 range, though. My TikTok, that's been slowed down a bit. It's at a 15K right now. Yeah, been trying to get my phone corrected on that, and yeah, needless to say, they're being a bit iffy at the moment. So I'm not really sure if I can actually get TikTok to change my phone number. I might have to call their hotline if they even have a phone number at all. Yeah, so I might have to do some searching tonight to see if their phone number is actually accurate. Yeah, I have no clue. I might try and contact the developer through the App Store, see if I can get my phone number changed or anything like that. Like, see if I can figure it out with them, or like just them and just TikTok in general. Yeah, so I'm gonna light one of those. Again, I honestly, I want to be myself, but at the same time, I also want to be like charismatic and everything. So it's kind of like a debate whether or not I should upload a video of me just showing my real self, glum and like depressed and shit, or if I should just put on a mask of fake joy and shit and just be la di da di da all over the place, But sometimes just the reason why I don't upload is because shit just doesn't happen here in Belleville. Yeah, I know I'm cringy. I'm apparently to some people I'm consistent, which not really. I'm not. I gotta adjust this a bit. Whoa. Okay, raise that up a bit. Boom. And there we go. Okay. Ow. Anyway, I'm not like those over the top popular YouTubers. I'm more of like a mundane buffoon. With like bottle slices, just vlogs, updates, I'm just a total idiot. That's really all I am. That's mostly what my content is just stupidity. That's about it. Yeah, it's honestly kind of ironic, cause like when I actually use my mind, like say I start using my mind and I'm thinking about this glass and how it's constructed, I actually start thinking about the scientific properties of it. Like some glasses, they have the ability to bounce. and then shatter, or some just straight up shatter when they hit the ground. The reason for that is because like there's a sweet spot of the glass where it's like very, very, it's like a Prince Rupert drop, almost invincible, but once you clip the weak spot, boom, there it goes. Like this glass is glass is made at like half the heat of the sun, according to some sources, but it's actually almost 32,000 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius, in more proper theorists' terms. It's melted down at about, sand is melted down at about 32,000 degrees Celsius, and glass workers, what they do is they take a metal pole and they get a nice globule of it. Some factories, they just injection mold, which doesn't really do well for the glass because it's like a sudden shift in temperature and it can easily shatter during the process. But what they do is they actually like mold the glass, stuff like that. But like this glass here, you can see it's been factory made because it has that factory finish. And that right there, that's also part of the factory process. Sometimes factories, what they do is they put an indent here so that way the machines can grip onto it with suction, and that's what makes this little divot here. Normally the divots go about to here, halfway through the glass, and the suction kind of sucks it all back in, creating this like thick base. Some glasses are handcrafted. For example, this one here is handcrafted. You can actually tell because it has like a slight dirt surface. It has like a riveted surface at some point. And on top of that, it's, if you look closely, it's actually kind of wonky and imperfect. As you can see in the view of the glass, you can actually see my reflection in the glass ripple and warp. That's a sign that it's been handmade, and it can shatter easily. But I tend to be careful with glass because like I've had bad experiences and all that. All of us have. We've all been cut by glass at some point, either on accident or purposefully. And if you're doing it purposefully, that's not a good sign for you. I suggest getting help. But yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? I actually get into the scientific portion of things. It worries me sometimes because when I start using my head, that's when I start getting weird. Yeah. Oh, plastic. Plastic is another thing that can be factory made, but it's much easier because the differential isn't as much as the glass, because once plastic can be injection molded really easily, because the slight difference in temperature actually helps the process a lot better than what it does with glass. And there I go again, rambling on about the scientific stuff. Needless to say, excuse me. Glass is heated, or not glass, but plastic beads and stuff are heated at about like 100 degrees, maybe up to 300 degrees, depending on the type of plastic. It can be heated up to well over 1,000 degrees if need be to get that right consistency to injection mold. Yeah, I'm rambling on. Anyway, but yeah, I'm more so, not morally, bleh, if I can speak. I'm trying to find a good way to put it. I'm more or less mundane. You can ask Brokehart. He'll tell you I'm energetic, but in private, he'll tell you I'm actually more mellow tone than anyone he's ever met because of my because of the fact that bad stuff keeps going through my head and it just gets me down. I take on my friends' woes a little bit too much, but that's because of the type of person I am. And due to my ADHD and the fact that I'm Aquarius, I have a golden heart. So I just instinctively, I just want to help others more than I want to help myself. My mom's a different case, as I grew up around her my whole life, and well, pretty much my whole life aside from foster care, which was a living nightmare. But nonetheless, it's just been. I'm pretty mundane compared to the average YouTuber. Brokehart, he's more on the depressed side at the moment, as he's kind of gone through a heartbreak. But I still care for him. I still want him to stay alive because he and I have this collaboration going on. The initiation protocol we pretty much did like 5 days ago. That's still active. But he's just been in a really rough patch lately, and I honestly worry about him. I also worry about the boys too that I'm a part of. Apparently, I'm the oldest one in the group of the boys. BOIS, not like Josh Stubb or anything. Which I do watch. I enjoy his content. Along with Lolathon and Papa Fear Gaming, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. Some days, like Dan TDM and all the other good-hearted, pure, wholesome content, the good old days, I wonder where they went. I mean, I know life throws curveballs at us, but I hope they return one day. Just as they were in their former glory. Yeah, I grew up watching Dan TDM and The Little Club. I grew up watching them. I really did. And every video, it just felt like I was a part of the club. It felt like I was a part of the Little Club. Going back now, I still feel that way. Dan TDM, I felt like I was part of every adventure they went on. I miss those days. I miss those days when I didn't have to worry about looking behind my back, or when I didn't have to upload as regularly, and I miss the days when I'm not this mental wreck of what I am now. I genuinely miss those days. I really do, but nothing can bring them back now. It's almost as though it's been a lost chapter in all of our hearts. In my generation specifically. And maybe some in the older generations too. I grew up watching the most wholesome content. I did. I would always watch learning programs on YouTube, and those were the days when I would upload those therapy videos that I used to do back at the Garden City High School on my iPad. I was more innocent then than what I am today. I mean, for crying out loud, I'm always so stressed. I'm smoking. I'm so stressed. I mean, being I'm 21, yeah, I do drink, but I don't drink at all most of the time. I just I just sit and question why I exist. That's really all I do. And again, as I'm saying all this, you're probably just looking at the background, looking at things that are happening and not really paying attention. But that's fine. It really is. My channel has lost its new, fresh face. I mean, yeah, I've been featured on Rokart's channel. Rokart's been featured on my channel. I miss the days when we didn't have to worry about COVID or illnesses because vaccines took care of it all. I miss the days about not having to worry about bills and taxes because our parents took care of it all. But when reality hits, it hits you hard. It really does. It messes with your mind. Now, kids, I know kids, parents, people who watch me, I know I'm being hypocritical, but I wouldn't advise smoking. It's not a good habit, but it's a vice of mine. A personal choice for me to smoke. I mean, if I wanted to quit, it'd take some time, yeah. It'd be a challenge, yeah, but I'm pretty sure I could pull through. But nowadays, it's just so mundane here in Belleville. I've gotten used to all the chaos here. In Garden City, I was uploading more regularly because of all the chaos that was going on around me. Because of everything that was exciting and invigorating. I mean, those scare cam videos are the only scare cam video that I uploaded. It gave me something to look forward to. Now, the only thing I can look forward to is a job in an office, sitting in a cubicle, a mindless drone. I mean, yeah, my grandparents pretty much adapted me for that life, treating me like just a mindless drone to their whim. Granted, they did have medical conditions, but they could still get up, they could still walk, they could still do stuff for themselves. But every 5 minutes, I'd be doing this or that, so my grades were always slipping. I barely had time to shower, and when I did, it was only 5 minutes. Not enough to completely clean. So I've kind of gotten stuck to the fact that I don't take showers. I've adapted to that life. And I'm trying to change that. It's taking time. It really is, but I'm trying to change that. And Dragon, he's really been an anchor point for me at this point. So is my mother. Nowadays, this world is just so messed up. We all need our vices. We all need people who we genuinely love and care about to be around us, or heck, even call us when they get the chance. Because this world has gotten us so cooped up, so tense, and so eager to get out there. It's not even funny. I mean, Belleville's not under lockdown. We're not under quarantine. But other places are. I can tell you now, a lot of places, they're itching. They're itching to get out there and explore the world once again. See what's changed, see what hasn't. They're just anxious to see the old world and see it anew. As for me, I'm just anxious to move back to my hometown just because it's a place that I know. It's a place that I feel comfortable. It's a place that I know how to deal with. Without nicotine, without booze. It's a place I grew up in. I mean, I've hung out with people I've grown up with my whole life. All 10 years of it. In Garden City, 5 years of it was spent in Elkhart, Indiana, for God knows why. But it was hell on me. My brother's biological dad didn't care if we wanted to stay in one place or not. Every 5 years we'd move. We'd move somewhere new and it'd be bleh, or it'd be eh. But it wasn't quite home. I mean, hell, my mother doesn't even feel at home here. I don't feel at home here. Frankly, my mother doesn't feel at home anywhere. And if we do move to Garden City, I don't want to be swamped with friends. I want to get set up, get used to the new layout for a couple days, and then slowly I'll trickle in a friend or two. But that never seems to happen because I'm so used to the chaos. My mind is so ingrained that I need that chaos in my life just to function. But that's just because of the way that I was treated. I mean, my grandfather's doing better now. He's gotten a surgery to shrink his stomach. He's been losing weight. And honestly, I'm proud. I'm happy he's taken that step to change his life. My grandmother, living in assisted care, I'm glad she took that step on her own. We didn't have to force her into a nursing home after a surgery or anything. She took that step on her own. And quite frankly, I'm proud of my grandparents. My brother, he's been sober for God knows how long. And I'm proud of him for actually sticking to Grandpa's rules. It may seem like we hate each other, but we don't. It's just sibling rivalry. We love each other to death. We'll protect each other no matter what. But when it comes down to it, me and my brother are the only ones that we see are allowed to kill each other. Granted, yeah, I'd be thrown in jail for fighting with my little brother now. But other than that, our bond is strong. Granted, we're half brothers, but we see each other as full blood brothers because of the shit we gone through together. I mean, hell, even a buddy of mine that lives here in Belleville, I see him as a blood brother because of the hell we've been through. My friend Andre, he's like family to me. Because, well, quite frankly, he's annoying. But in a way, it's a good type of annoying because then we learn how to tolerate people more and more. Quite frankly, I'm just at this point, I'm just lost in my own head now. I mean, yeah, I have wonderful girlfriends who are dating each other and me. I'm in a 3-way relationship with them both. Oh, hang on. Anyway, yeah, they both love me and I love both of them. Quite frankly, I know it's weird. I know it's odd. I know it's not the normal, but they're one of the key driving forces to my life. One of them's the same species as me, a Dreamlander. The other I've known since high school, and we've had like a sibling bond. So she knows me well enough to know when I black out, she knows how to calm me. And same with Kat. Kat's the name of my, Kat's the name of the girlfriend that I dated before Adriana got introduced to the relationship. They both know me well enough to know how to calm me down. And that's a good thing, too. Because when I black out, I have a tendency to attack anything and everything that moves. And when I blacked out in the Garden City High School, according to Adriana, I did triple backflips I never knew possible. I dodged every attack coming at me. I countered attacks like crazy. I used moves that I didn't know I could. And in the end, yeah, I came out battered and bruised and with a little bit of blood from my nose, but that was it. The others weren't so lucky. Every time I seen a girl get attacked, like a student was trying to fight with that girl, I would actually put myself between them, my hand above the girl or to the side of her head, and my arm right across the chest of the guy. The last one I separated was I was actually conscious, and I managed to pull him off. He lunged, and I managed to bar his chest, my hand above her head, and I kept there until he decided to stop and walk away. I gained a lot of fear at the high school, but at the same time, I also gained respect. I mean, the football team pretty much made me their unofficial human mascot. They called me the Cricket because I had the uncanny ability to raise my voice to a high enough pitch and roll my R at the same time to emulate a whistle. So far, my longest running nickname is Dragon, and it's evident on my channel. I used to be called Hybrid Hyoda on my channel. You know, Hybrid Reed, Dragon Reed. Now it's Chaotic Dragon. And yeah, it's been one heck of a journey, but the memories I've made, I will never forget. Because some were good, some were bad. But my mind is so messed up now because of my past and because of the way that I was treated by my grandparents. Every 5 minutes, Jack, Jack, Jack. I mean, I even changed my TikTok name to Chaotic Dragon because it followed suit with my channel. My TikTok is at Dragonite Original. No spaces. No uppercase. You know, I put on a happy face for those who need it. At the expense of my own joy. At the expense of my own sanity. And I know that's not really a good thing for me to do, but I do it because they need it. Because they need the help. They need the smile to get them through the day. You know, people have done that for me, and quite frankly, I'm thankful for it. But really, deep down, I'm just scared. Scared to lose everything I hold dear. That's why I act so reckless. That's why I act so crazy. It's all because of fear. you know? And for those of you who've seen my channel without my glasses, this is a familiar face to you. Because you've seen me since the start of my channel. You've watched all my videos if you ever chose to, you know? When I had 5 subscribers and I checked Social Blade, I was happy because that was a milestone for me. You know, I'll be surprised if my channel grows beyond 100, beyond 200, beyond 300. I'll be surprised if that happens. Because quite frankly, I don't see this channel going anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube deleted it. Yeah, I've deleted my channel several times because of depression, because I didn't want you guys to see me the way I really am. But now that you guys see me at my most vulnerable moment, now you guys have seen the way that I actually am, moping around, just aimlessly wandering inside of my own head, trying to find content ideas to put out for you guys. You know, I've become so lost in a sea of ideas that never flourished. You know, I've tried gaming videos. That went well. And quite frankly, to everyone who watches my channel, thank you. I mean it. I really do thank you. It's helped me out a lot. And this is the second part of a video you either just watched or skipped over, you know? At this point, I just don't know what to do, you know? No content ideas, no real way of bringing my channel into light.